I understand that this is a mixed group of new people as well as old people who have been studying with me for some time or a longer time. I have been trying to retire. I announced it many times, but that I've been forced by some divine angels or gods or saints uh, to go and teach. And I was convinced that I should do that because my knowledge now is far more superior, far more practical, far more effective than all the knowledge I had before. So that is something very unique about time and knowledge. There was a time that I could not even afford to go get a video done. The video cameras were so expensive. Now you don't need anything at all. All that you need is a cell phone, and it can do everything like a computer. Why this knowledge that we have today wasn't available, say, 5 years ago? It is because as time progresses, new knowledge is being revealed. And that is one thing that we have to reckon with at knowledge level. This program is not just about knowledge, although knowledge is very important and it is also about knowledge. But more importantly, this program is about wisdom, which is a mystical, a mysterious element. And that you acquire beyond time. There is a time-bound knowledge. And what comes to my mind as I'm speaking to you is an analogy that I can give to you. Somebody wants to become a physician, so this person goes to school for 6 years, 7 years, and then becomes a physician. And it is a time-bound knowledge, that's what he acquires. And that is needed. But on the other hand, there is a healer. And the healer is able to do impossible things. And he heals without any medical knowledge. And where does that knowledge come from? That comes from wisdom. And that doesn't belong to time or the rational mind. It belongs to God. And the last realization that Jesus had, which he articulated quite frequently during his last days while he was on this earth plane, is that I want you guys to do miracles just like me, or even better than me. And that miracle will be available to you through the participation of the Holy Spirit in your life. Many times I have in the past talked about the Holy Spirit, and then Moini has done many courses on that, So I want you to take advantage of that if you go and look at Pillai Center videos to know more about the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, to put it more, I want to put it in two different ways. One is both are found in the Bible and as well as in other mystical literature of the East. One is the breath has to change. The breath is the Holy Spirit, your breath. But not so much the nostril breathing, which is the lung, which goes to the lungs. But a breathing that arises out of your navel chakra, it's a prana. And that breath, it's also called breath, is the Holy Spirit. So it is a gust of wind. The Bible talks about it as wind, air, that is within us. And how to master it will give you the understanding of the Holy Spirit, Holy breath, will give you the ability to do miracles. Just Jesus promised that on the Pentecostal day that knowledge will be available to you. And when they were waiting for the Holy Spirit, it did come, or he did come. And after they were visited by the Holy Spirit, and the apostles were able to do miracles of healing. And the one thing that I just mentioned is about the breath and its ability to give you higher wisdom that will enable you to do miracles in your life. And that breath is not just simply a breath, but also a being. The Bible also again is very clear about. And this being, you may call it an angel, or one with the Father, or one with the Son, or it is one of the Trinity. So there is a supernatural component. And I am at a point in my life that we have to revisit our ancient wisdom belonging to different traditions, Egyptian traditions, because the pyramids were not built by human hands, but by the participation of aliens, whom we can call as a god, angel, saint, or some other being, whatever we want to call. So they are available. And you can access them. You can channel them. They will come and empower your mind, empower your body, empower your understanding. As a result, you will be able to transcend rationality, transcend mind, and then be in a domain of doing miracles. And why we need miracles? Because just look at the example. You want to become a physician, it takes 6 years, 7 years, 8 years to acquire very limited understanding about the human body and how to heal it. Whereas within no time, a healer is able to do wonders, heal cancer, which a physician won't be able to do. So now these two things have remained separate. And then we have become so arrogant in 21st century about our acquired rational knowledge and dumped angels and gods and beings and aliens as belonging to the domain of superstition. And to call it as superstition and dump it itself is the biggest superstition. So at this point, my teaching is all about angels, spirits, gods, aliens. That can give you great amount of success, understanding, accomplishment. There are several modules that are available. Number one, what we need to do is to just get rid of this rationalistic, the bondage to the rationalistic mind belonging to the neocortex. The neocortex is something that developed down the road, and then it is more about our rationalistic, linear understanding of cause and effect and time. Cause and effect and time have to be transcended. So this gives you a great comfort because not many people have been able to go and get a PhD or an MD. As a result, they think that they are unable to make money as an MD would make. Who said that? This is the consensus reality. It is again becoming a victim to this neocortex reality. You have to judge, do what I call as timeline jumping. You have to get into a different timeline, a different orientation to space. Scientifically speaking, where is that ability going to come from? From your pineal gland. The secretion there, the dimethyltryptamine, can alter your time concept, your space concept, and then give you access to a different realm. Dimethyltryptamine is what we know now. But the ancients call it as the elixir, amrita, which secretes within the pineal gland that is responsible for the highest wisdom possible. What can it do? It will cure your illnesses, both mental and physical. The yogis call it as amrita, a medicine that can put an end to disease. Mrit is death. Amrita means non-death. An elixir that can give you non-death. Just simply not non-death, but also all the wisdom necessary for be successful on this earth plane. And also give you the ability to go and know a lot more about who we are and what we can do. Now, at this point, I want to just reflect on the two of the mystery school teachings. I have, of course, taught courses on the goddess of the mind, the Manasa Devi. There is a goddess who controls the mind. And it is easy to get in touch with her and work with her. We worked on her, and then so we should continue to work on her. I'm going to make a bunch of things available to you in this new mystery school. Particularly knowledge pertaining, knowledge and wisdom, uh, that can give us a break and lead us into complete freedom and happiness. The biggest freedom that we need is the freedom from the mind, the monkey mind. Mind is the problem. It brings a bunch of thoughts and then depresses you, makes you negative. Most of the thoughts that we have are negative. Doubt, suspicion, bringing in time, and then wasting the life. You have to break that. That's exactly what I'm doing in the last month of the mystery school. As for those people who are on this mystery school 2 program, I told them that I'm not going to teach unless you really learn something to uh, handle the mind and not allow the mind to, you know, um, keep you in negativity, keep you in doubt, keep you in pessimism. And then watching thoughts and then writing it down and then not allowing them to come back. And then, so you have to remain very, very conscious. Since you can't do that on your own, I have decided that in the weekly sessions, which is the part of the mystery school program with teachers, you're going to engage. When you are going to discuss as a group what really is happening to our psychology, why are we stuck on thinking these thoughts, mediocre thoughts pertaining to relationship or money or health? Come and uh, keep it, keep you unhappy, and how collectively as a group engage. And I will give guidelines on how that can be done as I have been doing now. So it will be an interactive method that I'm going to use here. After both, it's not going to be just straight lectures, which I have been doing, and then give you a meditation. I'm not going to do that. It is going to be a process. And through this process, it's like a coaching session of what the mind is and how it can, take you into a realm of ignorance and wasting time, and then how you can remain centered. And as I'm speaking now, what comes to my mind is a recent discovery that I had. Thinking and speaking. One way of controlling your thinking is constantly speaking. Speaking to who? To yourself. Now, say for instance, you want a car, a new car. So you can go about thinking, I want a new car, I want a new, you just think, we are not vocalizing it. And that is often considered to be a very powerful way of manifesting. But my recent discovery is that that's not so powerful, because the one thought will come and then push this thought, and then another thought will come and push the other thought. So what you do is, instead of thinking I want a car, you simply say out aloud, although you are sitting by yourself in a room, I want a car. 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 Where did I learn this from? From a great mystic. He said that you will not have uh, success as long as you are keeping yourself in the thought realm, in the thinking realm, go into the speaking realm. And then I immediately remembered that, God did not simply think about his creation. He spoke, and then the world came into being. In the beginning, there was the word, and God said, let there be light. He said, he did not simply think. And what is there in speech? A whole secret. I can go on, and then what is speech talking versus the thought? And I don't want to waste your time and my time. But take it for granted and put it to experiment. What is important is the speech element. Try that. This is a lot more powerful than thinking or taking it to a very subtle realm beyond thinking, what is called pre-thinking. Not that they are not going to work, where they are difficult, but as far as manifestation is concerned, they are not as powerful as the spoken word. The spoken word is very, very important. Not the written word, or not the word that is thought at the thinking level. You may think that it is a very simple thing. Why am I wasting so much time? But just say, I want a car. 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 In between, you can say a mantra. You can say like Om. I want a car. 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 Then Shreem Razi. Again, Om or Shreem Razi can be kept at the thought level as well as at the spoken level. But I recommend that that's the latest revelation, that you say that out aloud. And then, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car. So you are going to be there in your room saying this. So this will be like a drill, and I'm going to enjoy this teaching. Many, many things are getting revealed to me. When you are in touch with the divine, with the angels, so then Jesus was arrested, and by the Romans, Peter wanted to fight with them. Jesus said, no, no, put your sword, right? And he said something very profound. If my father had wanted, he could have sent an angel to fight these guys. And the angels can do in seconds what a nuclear bomb cannot do. And you want those angels and gods to be on your side. You want the goddesses to be on your side. Srimbriji is a goddess. And she can one day reveal herself to you. And that is a lot more profitable. Even as a practice, it is enjoyable. So you have to bring those gods and goddesses in your life. And there are technologies available to bring them. And I remember I just did a program for the 6 days of Murugan, who is the God, the powerful God of the third eye. So during that program, part of the program, I taught people how they can get into a trance state through drums and music and then some mantras that can put them into a different state, and then they will incarnate the divine that they are thinking about or calling on. That will be so powerful. And those who had watched that would remember, and then I will, down the road, may be able to play those clips so that you can see. So everybody has access to that. That Jesus said everybody can do miracles. And that is the ultimate. So he has not become obsolete. Jesus has not become obsolete. Because he was not talking about science. Science will become obsolete because old scientists are no more relevant, because Newton was saying that time is relative, absolute, and space is contained, but then Einstein said they are relative, and then now Einstein has been replaced by quantum physicists and string theories, and then superstring theory. It's going to go on and on as we go along, because that is the nature of the time-bound knowledge. So I'm going to not spend too much time on theories, but allow you to experience the angels. And then at what time frame they are going to show up. There are time slots that are important for the angels to come in. And then if you are not alert, if you do not know the knowledge, and then you are lost in your own, ordinary thinking, rational thinking, you will miss life. The Holy Spirit can give you miracles. They can descend into your body, mind, and soul. The angels can do that. They are all the time with you, watching your uh, victimized mind, caught up in thinking only about a job till and then which you continue to do till you retire, and then after retirement you die, you know. But then they have great sympathy. Oh my God, these people are caught up in this physical body and the physical brain. And how can I help? Ganesha is watching. Simriji is watching. And they are looking at the opportune time so that they can penetrate into your chakras, the chakras in the body. Uh, the root chakra, the sex chakra, the navel chakra, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and then the crown chakra. They are all real. They are in the subtle body because we are only aware of the physical body. So I'm going to now, that's why I'm glad that the course has been postponed to um, when it is January 15th or whatever, or February 1st, I believe. I don't know whenever it is. So we have time, and then as the time goes by, I think I'll get more information that I'll be able to share it with you. One thing that I want to say that's which is a very powerful practice is uh, doing the fire ritual. So I want to plan some rituals that we will do collectively. So as on the weekly calls, everybody will do set up a small altar of fire, and the fire will bring the God, because Agni is the messenger for God. Immediately he will come. And that is a divine technology. And when they come, they will bless you with boons. And that is using God to help you. But then the problem is the mind doesn't allow God. The ego doesn't allow God. So it's important to, I'm also going to do some work on why the mind is not allowing you to do. It is because of your own karma. And how to break this karma. Karma has been one of my favorite teachings right from the beginning when I started teaching. Because unless karma is busted or dissolved, there is no freedom, because karma is repetitive thoughts, negative repetitive thoughts. That's what karma is. Then collectively we are going to go into the throat and dissolve it. So to me, it's going to be a very interesting time. My goal has always have been to produce results, and I'm going to constantly watch that. And I want one requirement is to become conscious, participate in it. What disallows you not to participate in the weekly classes is because your karma is so strong. But then you have the free will, exercise your free will. So that in general is going to be the syllabus, is just to interact with them. And what are the time frame when they are available? What types of archetypes are out there? Archetypes are angels, gods, aliens, or they're called generally as archetypes. And different archetypes can give you different things. And there are archetypes that can give you, ability to do impossible things. Ganesha, for instance, Hanuman, these are archetypes that allows you to do impossible things. And then there is an archetype of Hayagriva, giving you wisdom, which is the horse-faced god, Karpasamy. And then there is Srimrizi to give you particularly the money consciousness. So I will also reveal certain things that have been coming to me about Srimrizi. Okay. So that's very briefly what is going to be the program. And it is divinely got postponed to, I believe it is February 1st, which is my birthday. And so I want to invite all of you from all my heart to participate in the program and make life worth living, enjoyable, successful, and also experiencing the divine. God bless. I will stop here. That's the program.
Thank you, Dr. Pillai, for joining us today. And I will be able to stay online and answer questions for people, but that will conclude Dr. Pillai's portion for today. So if you have any questions about Mystery School, I'm not able to take them. I can take them via chat. So I know there is a chat on the viewing page as well as on our YouTube page. So if you bear with me, I can go through the questions as they come up. So I know we've had support in chat this whole time, but I'll try and answer ones that haven't been there yet. So let me see. Just a really quick thing. We will keep this replay up for you to watch Dr. Pillai again. If you want to go back and reference any of the material that he talked about, he covered quite a bit actually. And the program website is also available for you. If you're on the viewing page, it says learn more about Mystery School. It's the button right below chat. And if you sign up today for the program within the next 2 hours, you'll also qualify for the early bird special, which is the Pillai Center New Year's Eve remedy package. And there is a hard deadline on that because it requires us getting your name and birth star into the remedy package within the next 3 hours. There's a cutoff with our team in India for those rituals to happen. But that's okay if you can't make it by then. The enrollment for the program will stay open. As Dr. Playa mentioned, we've pushed back the date. Originally, we were going to start the beginning of January, but he wanted to start after the middle of January, which is the Vedic winter solstice. And that's a really positive time to start new things. So we may even push it back a little further. As he mentioned, February 1st is his birthday. Registration will definitely be open for all of January. So if you have any questions about registration or the timing of it, you can post them in chat, or you can also write to us at office@pillaicenter.com, and we'll help you with the registration process. So our goal is to have as many of you who feel compelled to join Dr. Pillai in this third year of mystery school, this really exciting time, to join in 2019. So we definitely can work with you if you write to us about your questions regarding registration. And so with that, I'm gonna just try and look over here on chat. So bear with me as I read the screen. As far as the practice calls, someone asked about Saturday or Sunday. So just to give you an idea, this year in mystery school, our calls were on Sundays, but it's a new year and that may change. We may have an option for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sundays are the best days because we can reach the most people in our global community based on work schedules. The weekdays are a little bit harder, but it will be Saturday or Sunday, and I'm also looking into some options for people who can't make one of those days, because we want, especially this year, as he mentioned, the interactive nature of the calls. They've always been interactive, but they'll be more ritual. And that's a really exciting thing. I just want to mention briefly that Dr. Pillai just talked about doing fire rituals and other forms of rituals during the calls. So you're going to be participating directly in that on our weekly calls as he guides us through the process. It might be something like a puja, which a lot of you are familiar, an offering of light or incense or fruit or flowers, things of that nature. It definitely sounds like there will be fire rituals involved, and we'll be working with the different facilitators at Pillai Center to teach you exactly what Dr. Pillai wants us to do on that. But it'll be very interactive, which is brand new and really exciting. So we'll make sure that those calls and opportunities are available to the members of the program. But it most likely will be Saturday and Sunday. Which archetypes will help with enlightenment and spiritual progress? So that's a really good question, and that will be something Dr. Pillai will help us with in the new program, is introducing a lot of different archetypes to help us with different things. He's very much, as most of you know, about living a 200% life, so you have everything you need in this world, your money, your health, your relationships, and then also that spiritual progress. So different archetypes can help people with different things, as he just mentioned. Ganesha can help you with a lot. The angels, the Holy Spirit. Generally, when you're talking about enlightenment, you could go to an archetype like Shiva or different forms of the goddess, but not to get too specific with that. There's a lot of archetypes. They're all divine, so they can all help you on the path of enlightenment and your spiritual progress. And with the archetypes, it's really amazing how Dr. Pillai helps people find ones that work for you individually. So you'll be drawn to different archetypes depending on what's happening in your life. So maybe if you need help with a relationship, 1 month, that archetype will come and really help you. And then maybe the next month, it's a health matter that you're trying to increase your health and wellness, and a different archetype could help you with that. So you'll be introduced to a lot of archetypes and really fine tune those relationships. And the other part that's really exciting that Dr. Pillai mentioned is that they're always with you. They're always around you, that you have gods and goddesses and angels and other beings who are just waiting to help you. And what he's going to help us with in this program is tapping into that so that you pay more attention, that you're in more direct contact, and there's more freedom in letting go of the suffering of just, daily thinking that's keeping us in the rational mind, and really connecting with these archetypes. So you'd be surprised at the variation and the different archetypes who are going to come into your life, because they're already there. He's just going to help you communicate with them. Sorry. So as far as payment questions, there's a couple of payment questions, so that's a great place to start. There's an option to pay in full for the program or to do monthly payments, as most Pillai Center programs have that option. And to register for the program, you do need to make the first installment, which it's $600 a month. And the first installment will be now when you register, which could be up until February 1st. So we'll work out that second installment based on what we actually set as the end of registration. So it wouldn't be that you have to pay, say you can register at the end of January and then you have a second installment right after that in February. We'll make it work for everyone so that there's a bit of space between the first and the second installment. If you have a concern about a payment issue, if you can email us at office@Pillai Center, we can work with you directly to set that up. We can get you enrolled and we can make sure your second payment comes out with space in between. Yeah, so I think Bhakti might have already answered that. The recurring date for February will be set, but there'll be enough space so that if you register right up until February 1st, your second payment won't be a few days later. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat in just answering these. That's a really good question about, is it a full year program or can you join per module? It is a full year program. This is Dr. Pillai's currently his only full year program. So the program is created as a 12-month program. It is not set up to join module by module. So it is a commitment of 12 months. That being said, we have allowed people to join maybe 1 month in or a few months in to get you caught up. But the way he has created it, it's for the entire 12 months and really to help people who are fully committed to the 12 months. So it will have a registration period through January, and then it will be cut off for the year. If that's a concern, if you have any real concerns like that, write to us and we can help you out individually and kind of walk through the process and what's actually possible. Because these teachings are so important to Dr. Pillai, we want to make sure the most people as possible can have access. So there are ways to work through things like that. But in general, it's not a module-based enrollment. Yeah, there's no application at this point. Dr. Pillai may ask for some written description of why you join, but at this point you can just register. So like I mentioned on the viewing page that you're chatting on, you can click on the Learn More About Mystery School button and it will have the components of the program and you can register right there. So you can just click and register today. The other thing I'll tell you is this was our first big introduction from Dr. Pillai. He has done a few, maybe 3 videos through Facebook and YouTube, which you can find on Pillai Center, where he talks more about these kind of divine revelations coming to him that he wants to share with the people in Mystery School in 2019. And it is all along this theme of connecting with the gods and goddesses, really even, as he said, being possessed by them, letting them come through you to do miracles. And I would say that's the #1 theme, is that everyone can do miracles, and that's what he wants for people, is for people all over the world to be doing miracles, and for these teachings, particularly in Mystery School, to enliven that within people, to empower people to do these miracles starting right away. So if that is something you're interested in, this is definitely a program you would want to check out. In addition to this video with Dr. Pillai explaining it, we will have a follow-up series with different facilitators, the teachers from Pillai Center, who a lot of you are familiar with. They all play a great role in this program, and that's another aspect, is you receive a lot of support from people who have been working for Dr. Pillai for many, many years, and they will be helping us on the weekly calls with all of the rituals, with the teachings he gives, providing some practical steps, some insights. personal experiences. So in the next few weeks, we're also going to hear from the teachers at Pillai Center with more information about Mystery School, more reasons why you would want to join, more of what they're going to bring to the table as well. So please stay tuned for upcoming seminars or webinars on the weekend, and those details will be sent out and shared with you through Pillai Center as well. Are there any other questions? Also, just let me check. And one last thing that came, I believe you said it right at the beginning. If you are interested in more of what Dr. Pillai said about the Holy Spirit and the breath and prana, and there's so many resources you can tap into on his YouTube channel. There's a lot of teachings on the Holy Spirit that he did, that Mohini did. He mentioned that she took his teachings and did a whole practice series. So you can access those on Pillai Center YouTube, and that might be really invigorating for you to go through them. And they're really amazing teachings. It's not what will be in Mystery School, but it's kind of a primer for you to understand that process of connecting with these gods or goddesses. There's also a lot of videos Dr. Pillai has done on the different archetypes. So he mentioned a few. If you are drawn to an archetype like Ganesha or Hanuman, he mentioned a goddess, Manasa Devi, who's the goddess of the mind. And I can tell you firsthand, we worked with her in the very first Mystery School 2 years ago, and people are still working with her. They're still writing into us saying, I had a meditation with Manasa Devi, I used this mantra, and they're just really powerful archetypes. So if you have any questions about the archetypes at large, or maybe ones that were mentioned, again, write into us and we can help you find some resources that you can view and experience as a way to understand more of the direction Dr. Pillai is going to take us in Mystery School 3. It should be a really unusual year, like something brand new, and the essence of this program is that you're in real time with Dr. Pillai. As new teachings, new insights are revealed to him, he delivers them to the members of Mystery School. So it's the best way to stay in contact and alignment with where Dr. Pillai is and to receive these great blessings of the teachings that are coming to him. So I highly encourage all of you to visit the Mystery School 3 website, read the information, watch the YouTube videos that he's already done, maybe visit some of the ones on the Holy Spirit, since he talked quite a bit about it today, and then write to us, be in touch with Office at Pillai Center. Any questions you have about Mystery School 3, we're happy to answer and get back to you and work through any questions logistically about payments or what's in the program, or spiritually, if you have questions about the archetypes or any part of the teaching, please don't hesitate to contact us. There will be another Mystery School 3 introductory webinar next weekend. It may be Saturday, it may be Sunday, and that will be sent out via Pillai Center emails. So please stay tuned for that. As I mentioned, there'll be more from the teachers at Pillai Center who have these amazing stories and insights. A lot of them have are still in India with Dr. Pillai and have gone through the last few months with him, really working very specifically one-on-one with archetypes and experiencing, divine sights, and working with the technique of speaking things you want out loud and working with different mantras. So they'll be joining us to give some personal experiences and just general insights into what it's like to be part of a year-long program with Dr. Pillai. Any other questions? Questions from YouTube? Sorry, I'm watching a few different screens, so I apologize if I'm looking down and up, but I think that's it for today. And as I mentioned, this replay will be posted, it will be kept up on this site, so you can go back and refer to anything Dr. Pillai mentioned. And it was truly an honor to receive this teaching from him today at the end of the year, kind of get everyone excited and ready for 2019. And so there is time to join the program all throughout January. And I can't recommend this enough. If you watched this today and there's a way to join this for you in the coming year, it will be something that will change your life, and it will bring the miracles to the forefront of your life, which is what Dr. Pillai wants for all of us. So please be in touch. Watch out for the emails from Pillai Center regarding next weekend's webcast. I'll set the time for that and we'll get you all that information. And then again, you can always click below this video to reach the Mystery School 3 page, or if you have questions, office@pillaicenter.com is our customer service email, and they will direct you in the right direction on the website to join. And the final thing is Dr. Pillai is also doing a free webinar for New Year's Day, which is January 1st, Tuesday. And you can join on Pillai Center, and I wouldn't want you to miss that because it's another great opportunity to see him live from India on video. It'll be just like this, where he'll join on video and you can participate in chat on the website as well. So thank you so much for joining this first webcast about Mystery School 3. I look forward to the coming weekends with the Pillai Center teachers who will share more with us. And any questions, again, contact us and we'll be happy to help. Namaste and have a happy, happy New Year wherever you may be in the world. And we'll see you next weekend.